Good luck, Godspeed, and have fun.
Hey, Daisuke, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Thank you for the bits. Ruler's gone. You can't cast spells till he's back. I don't have... Oh, really? That's what it is? That's why this has an infinity symbol. Okay, I didn't know that. I've never had my ruler die before. Or it's been so long, I forgot how that works. Rip. So that means it'll be 4 turns before I can start summoning animals again. I don't even know if that's going to be today. Alright, well, just to catch you guys up on everything we're looking at. That wasn't Bomjus's main army. That was just one of his armies. His main army is down here somewhere. I think his giant's invisible. I think this is his main army. He's got a tier 5 and 3 tier 4 units. And then he's got a freaking cannon and some other stuff. So he's got a lot. This is his main army. What you guys saw me fight was his second string. And so over here, here's Fairlight and Kyo, and this is one of Silver's armies. So if all 3 of them can fight him, that will be like the biggest battle ever, because all 3 of them will be able to use, you know, their spells in the fight, and it'll just be him. But at this point, he is so powerful that I think that him having 3 armies in a fight is actually more powerful than him having his 2 allies in a fight. Oh, hold on. It looks like they're setting up to do something.
I'm gonna walk up. Oh, well, I'm gonna first go tell them that we're...
I was gonna say, you better tell him fast, because Toothpick moved.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine, because if he charges me, he has to say resolve or not. So we can wait.
Oh boy. Alright. I made you guys sit there and watch me for an hour, now you guys get to do the reverse.
Oh no, I need to equip rig. Hold on.
Oh god. How's Team Good doing? I just lost a battle. I managed to get my heroes out alive. And now, this is Bomjus, the most powerful player on the Team Evil. His 3 most powerful armies versus my 3 allies. I'm not in this one, I'll be spectating. Alright, so, some of you may remember the other day, the battle in the... I forgot to show you! Hold on a second. Hang on. Gabe the other day, chat, asked me, he said, has there been
giant
any
benefits from standing in the mist.
cool battles in the thing?
So I just read the mist.
I
It
told
literally
him,
says it counters marked, which is...
hold on, I'm getting rid of that. So Gabe asked me, is there been any cool battles? And I told him about the water battle, chat. And he drew this for Fairlight. I sent it to him and he loved it. So this is Fairlight's giant, who's gleefully hacking ships apart with his giant magic axe. And this is all of his cavalry, which were riding on birds. This is, do you guys remember there was a boat on the enemy team, and I'm like, how is that boat is a giant spider. Is that giant spider manning the oars? So Gabe heard me say that, and he drew a spider driving a boat. And this is a boat with a cannon, and if we zoom way in here, hold on a second. It says Team Evil on it. It's kind of blurry. Over here is the ghost of the mammoth I wish I had been able to summon. You guys remember I was complaining that my summoned mammoths didn't work in the water battle. So that's a ghost of a sad mammoth. The mammoth that could have been. And finally, the main character. The brave scout with a spell book. That won the battle, took prisoners, and all the loot. There we go. Oh, I love it so much. So I sent this earlier to Fairlight, and he said, Ghost of a Mammoth that wishes it was there. Lol, he definitely drew Paxaram as a much more jolly giant than I intended. Look how happy that guy is. Also, this is already better than I could draw. Your kid is talented. All right, I'll unmute it. I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Yep. And these random clouds of fog everywhere benefit me immensely, so I'm gonna try and fight around them as much as I can.
Isn't it anyone, friend or foe, who gets in those clouds gets like evasion basically?
Yes. But I also get random other buffs by standing in them, and the evasion penalty does not apply to me. I can see through it. That's why.
Right.
That's why I was asking how badly it screws the rest of you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing.
Melee.
It's a debuff for him, it's a debuff for us, but we have one guy who greatly benefits from it, so it's great.
Yeah.
I get like a random buff every turn that I'm standing in the fog.
Also, again,
Holy.
Kyo is fully melee, so it does not affect her.
Well, I think it does, doesn't it?
It's
Because it
only
says-
ranged and magical attacks.
Oh, but it says melee physical range and magic attacks. Wait, targeting this unit suffer.
Yeah, Clinging Mist says melee, physical ranged, and magic attacks targeting this unit suffer minus 15% accuracy stacks 3 times.
But melee has no
Still.
accuracy. Does
Just,
it turn
yeah,
into
I'm just
fumble?
reading it. I'm just reading it.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading.
I've seen melee attacks graze and fumble many
Do you
times.
draw that with Windows Paint?
probably means your chance
he
to graze
drew
goes
it
up.
with a program that is on his
Yoink.
iPad.
Oh, I'm stealing my
I
cannon.
don't remember the name of the program. I would have to ask him, and he just went to bed. This looks like the
Oh, I
Underdark.
can't. It
This
doesn't
is
have
underground.
Control
That
off.
is a
Wait, is that like a
fungal
ghost cannon?
forest, fungal mushroom forest.
I have one too. It's from the Reavers culture. It's from mine. It's one of their base units.
Oh. It's like a living cannonball.
It's just a construct.
Look at this guy.
It's
Chad.
just a
I
cannon.
like how this
That's all it
looks.
is.
Mage lock cannon.
I would love for it to have some crew, but you know.
Oh, I see you've got the first of your war breeds on the field.
Yeah. See how it goes.
All right,
You
chat.
have
So
Flame
let me
Burst
tell
and
you
Artisan
guys
on it?
what I can about spectating here. Okay, so
Gonna hit hard.
wait, am I looking at the wrong? I think
Artisan
I'm
is
flip-flopped.
really
The
good.
camera put me on the wrong side. There's Fairlight.
Artisan
Okay,
plus Flame Burst
So
is
these
really
are our
good,
team,
and then at
and all
tier
this is
five,
mine.
Blades. Ooh.
so this is Fairlight. Over here is Silver with the cannon and the guns, and over here is Kyo with naturey stuff. Kyo is very similar build to me, but not the same. The little helmet with the wings on it, those are lords or hero units. Sorry, those are heroes. The crown is a leader. So Silver brought his leader, and Fairlight brought his leader. Wow, it's bugged. It's so he's clipping into the mount. This is another mount I stole from the enemy, and I gave it to him. It's an Umbral Juggernaut, which is really weird. So I gave that to him. And then, of course, Fairlight, who you all remember from the ocean battle, he just built raw melee damage. His whole strat is get this guy within melee range and kill things. But, you know, keep him safe. Keep him safe. And then over here, Kyo has this little dude, which is quite fragile, actually, and that makes me a bit nervous. And this is a warrior unit. But you know, has some very skills. But it makes me nervous that if it only has 100 hit points, and like the weakest units on the enemy team have like double that. All right, now let's see. This guy is Super Evil Hagrid the Groundskeeper. This is Bomjus's main leader. Now it is a ritualist, which is the same class as the guy I just fought. So very similar moveset, if not identical. He will have some summons. He will use them. He has a bit of healing magic, but he went more into summoning and less into healing than I did. He didn't get Weaver, so he doesn't have the ability that resets all his cooldowns. So once he uses his stuff, it's used. And then looking at his units, because he's got more armies. Some of this stuff we recognize. I just fought against these. They're basic tier 1 units, but they just have like 20 enchants on them. We got some pikemen. We got a little healer unit here. Some sword units, archers, polearms. Another healer unit. That's a wild speaker. Some summoned zombies. Let's see. The Liege Guards, these are the things that gave me trouble. They will put the bond on the main guy, and then the main guy's invulnerable until the Liege Guard's dead. This guy in the back, this is what he summoned, which won the fight for him versus me. This thing is called a Warbreed. It is just a very strong combat unit, combined with the fact that he's enchanted the Mother Mucker 15 times. It is insanely powerful. So these things are what is called being classified as a problem. The Phoenixes are very obvious. Those are also tier 4 units. When they die, they can get back up. And this snake thing is a Basilisk. The Basilisk has a move called Serpentine Curse. A target non-hero has a chance of turning into a plague serpent under your control. So this can essentially steal a unit from the enemy. Doomgaze can stun, and then he's got an attack that also does, like, you know, a ton of debuffs. So this is, he can't steal a hero or a lord, but he can do some nasty things. All right, so over here, Sir Toothrick is playing the Reavers. They are all about, like, we don't need vassals, we don't need other cities, it's just us. Also, I love that these guys have wrenches in one hand and a magic staff in the other, because these guys are all about combining, like, technology and magic. Like these cannons, for example. His stuff is mostly high DPS ranged. If he can just stay at a safe distance, you're gonna hear a lot of gunshots. Fairlight, of course, loves his cavalry, so a lot of hit. Now, these are not all the same unit. You could sell, like, the shield means it's a tank, the Ankh is like a healer, stuff like that. So it looks like he brought 2 healer-type units, 3 tank-type units, all mounted on giant eagles. Kyo, let's look at what Kyo's got. This is a nature tank. It's summoned with magic, so its upkeep is mana. It can heal itself once per battle with a large heal. Giant spider. Got some, these are pyromancers actually, so they just shoot fireballs. We've got 1 Warbreed over here, but half the health of the enemy Warbreed because it doesn't have 20 enchants on it. And Primal Charger is a tier 3 unit. They actually do a lot of damage. They don't look very intimidating because they're playing goblins, but Primal Charger's like, it's like a berserker sort of. They charge in, do huge damage. Kind of like how the Mammoth Charge worked, but a bit different. I'm gonna unmute and see what they're saying.
Gotcha. Yeah, that guy, he's level 8. I don't know if you just didn't spec into his HP, but also your items. At some point, you probably want to go through your gear and swap in items that add, like, health, armor, and resistance to make him tanky.
She has better items than my ruler.
Paxarum is his armor setup is quite nice. He's got, in addition to like a bunch of extra armor and resistance, he's got boots that make it so terrain can't slow him down. So he can just send it when the time comes.
Can I poke it? Yeah, it just grazes.
I'm questioning my decision to use the mist. He's using it quite well to block all of his units, and although it doesn't affect me much, it's gonna make life harder for you too.
So chat, let me tell you about the mist. The little clouds of green mist is Fey magic. There's a tome of Fey blessings. Fairlight and I both took it. It's important to note that Silver and Kyo have not taken that tome. Now, the Fey mist has, if you're in the mist, it clings to you and you get a buff called Clinging Mist. For every stack of it, you get 15% chance to dodge attacks, like they miss you. And it stacks up to 3 times for 45% evasion. Now, if you have the Fey Tome, you can get a thing called Fey Blessing, which lets you ignore Mist. So Fairlight threw Mist on the field, and if he is swinging at the enemy, the Mist does not impact him. He will cleave right through it. However, it's affecting Bomgis, and it's affecting both of Fairlight's teammates. So just now, Kyo tried to shoot Bomgis, but Bomgis is using the clouds, and the cloud made Kyo miss. So there is a chance that the opening spell from Fairlight, which although it basically there's 6 armies here, 5 of them are negatively impacted by the mist, and 1, which is himself, is positively impacted. So hopefully, you know, the dice rolls in our favor. Does Muck have any army left? I have scraps left, but this fight is happening underground on the other side of the world. So I get to just be spectator and talk to you guys. Which, I welcome the little break after that hour-long battle earlier. Who's that? Oh, that's just an archer, Blade Runner. Let's see, pet Chip. Chip is not in the room. I cannot do that. I can do that. And party potato, sure. All right, let's unmute for a minute. Oh, he's got Liege Guards too. Okay, so both Fairlight and Bombgis have a Liege Guard funneling damage from the giant to the guard. I'm really worried about this thing. 5-turn cooldown mind control. I don't actually know whose turn it is right now.
It's not one of your turns, is it?
Nope.
No, it's his turn.
He's taking a while.
He's big.
Thinking.
He's a big thinker. Big.
He's doing the big think.
Yeah, we did mental warfare. You know, he's coming off a 2-hour battle, and now we're going at him again.
Yeah, I just got sent in there to wear him down.
All part of the master plan.
Well, the good news is my cannon always hits, so its accuracy doesn't actually matter.
Let's look at his cannon,
That's
chat.
nice.
5
What
range,
cannon?
always hits,
Oh, I
45
see it.
damage.
The
Does
mage
damage in
lock
a
cannon
line.
I have.
Well, it has a bow and arrow icon over its head, so I was like, it took me a sec to find it.
It shoots really big arrows in a bow shape, made out of metal.
So next army, 5 cannons.
They have a limit on my cultural resource.
Okay.
Also, unfortunately, it can't move and shoot. It's very stationary.
Yeah, I see. It takes 3 action points. I see he has a cannon too.
I'm sorry, did I read
Yes,
that
it
right?
does.
That his basilisk can just transform one of your units?
Wait, what?
Transforming non-hero unit,
Yep.
base 120% chance of transforming into a plague serpent. So he can just morph your unit into a serpent. Does it give him control or does it give you control?
It says under the caster's control, so I would think
What?
it like steals it.
Well, good thing I've got the tincture. Oh.
I don't think you
Wait,
can tincture that because it's transforming
Really?
your unit. There's no debuff conferred.
What
Luckily,
about
your
the
guy.
control?
I don't know.
Oh.
Because transforming a unit entirely is very different than debuffing one. But luckily, your unit rolled to resist, and it has what cooldown? 5-turn
That's a-
cooldown. He's not going to do that against the whole time.
What just happened?
Holy!
He just had a
what the-
priest unit run forward, then swap places with the Warbreed, and now the Warbreed is in your face.
He didn't swap
Oh my
places. He did the
gosh.
same thing as with you. He just sacrificed the unit for a warbreed.
Oh, it's that spell. Okay. I'm down here in hell wishing I could heal you guys.
I wonder if I should go for the basilisk, his ruler, or should I go try to cover Silverstar's range units? Are your
I can
mage lock
retreat.
units? Are your mage lock units like super enchanted?
No, not really. Well,
What is like
they-
the general offensive game plan? Because you have like all ranged units, but if they're not all enchanted, then what is the army really?
Well, I am going mostly ranged, yes. I have Purging Arrows, Geometric Crystallization, I'm gonna have the Fury arrows from the lava tome.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't hear it, chat. I saw you talking about it. Yeah, I am
my
concerned,
goodness.
chat. I wish I was here
He's
healing.
playing as these little goblin dudes. They all have these like high-pitched voices, including the massive warbreed. You click the huge muscular warbreed, and it's like, hey, hey.
My gosh, that Phoenix has so much distance.
Yeah, he seems to be like going right after me.
He doesn't like you. Oh my gosh.
Should I retreat to the back lines?
You go after me, right? I'll look and see how much movement I have to try and come screen for you.
Okay.
It's like I'm kind of torn because I think killing like his ruler and his basilisk has very little in front of them right now. This is a good chance for me to get on them.
The ruler
If you
will
choose to
surely
do
get
that-
Mage Guard on him.
You tell me what you want to do. If you want to go for them, I'm gonna fall back. If you're gonna come assist me, I'm gonna stand my ground.
Okay. Are you able to fall back without your ruler just getting mauled?
Yeah, I can do it. No problem. My leader here can. He has the Phoenix amulet. He can revive.
Okay. Well, let's wait and see where his units end up. I'm seeing like his ruler and his basilisk are his two most dangerous units, and they don't have much in front of them right now. So I could just go in for them, but
There it is. Chat, keep in mind, Bomb Just's playstyle is like mine, but he had a better early game, and he knows this game better than I do, so
I'm
he's
going to
much
make
further
a
ahead.
defensive line behind
So,
that
He,
pillar.
in an extended
where
battle,
your,
the advantage goes to players
units
like
are
me
in
and
the back
him.
line.
gotcha. I am
And he
curious
has a
how you
lot
make a
of summon crap
defensive
on
line
the
when
field
all your
to
units
force
are
an extended
ranged.
battle.
You'll see.
Like, if I was one of the three players on my side in this battle, I could be throwing heals around, which could, you know, give some lasting power. But don't have that. Unplug his router.
I cannot get to his basilisk.
Even with second wind?
No, because he has a zombie standing in my way. Unless I kill the zombie first. Why is my damage so incredibly low if I even as militia man? Because his tier 1 militia has 200 health, that's why. Gosh, even my giant does not do much damage here. That's worrying.
Are you talking about like damage to his giant or just his units?
I'm just talking damage to his units in general.
Oh gosh.
Muck doesn't own Eldritch. I think he just prefers Giants overall. I like the terraforming thing, where you pick a land type and the area around you changes to accommodate your needs. And if it's something that the enemy hates, like if the enemy can't handle like moving in snow or swamp, you know, then it helps you and impedes them. I love that. You know, like as a Zerg player, I loved spreading creep, you know, and in Warcraft 3 Undead loved spreading the blight. I love the stuff that were like the land itself, it changes as you play. Now the Giants with the Stelly also have that kind of thing. But I would say currently my favorite is probably Giant, and then Mortal, and then Dragon, and then Wizard King last. for my own personal enjoyment. I have never played Eldritch. I don't have that DLC. His Liege Guard didn't kill the zombie in one hit? Oh my god, chat. Fairlight's Liege Guards have 110 health. Bombjust's Liege Guards have 223. So he's got a few enchants. Fey Touch, Frost Blaze, Lightning Blades, Living Shadows.
Okay. I mean, I could bulldoze my giant in there right now for a clean shot at his leader. But I don't think that'd be very smart because he wouldn't have enough follow-up to... He would get dogpiled by too many units if I do that.
Question, if you use Second Wind first to get more movement, could you reach the Basilisk?
No, it's one tile too far.
And that's counting the extra tile from Second Wind?
Yes, if I use Second Wind, he's one tile too far. Actually, if I use Second Wind, I could get to the left of his Warbreed and attack to the right into the Basilisk, so I could do that. I'm just not entirely sure that I should. But my giant's so far up ahead by himself.
Makes sense.
Like, I could help dogpile that Basilisk if you want, but I don't know if I'll have enough movement to do attacks.
Looking at your units, it does not look like... It looks like all your units are one tile shy. If I could count on you to get in there, then I would, but I think it's one tile too far. So it would not be smart for me to do that, so let's just go...
So, chat, just to you guys, I definitely think... I don't know what the play is for where Fairlight should go, because when he runs forward, he's going to get jumped. But they need his damage. He needs to start hitting something and getting damage out. Like, he could go over here and help push the left. Or maybe, like, try to sprint over and start working on the right. Probably not right in the middle, if I had to guess.
I have a lot of targets. I just really don't want to run in alone.
What was that? Oh, is he not going to attack this turn? Is he just inching forward?
I could cast a spell over there for you if you need Silver Star, since it looks like you are getting rushed hard. Should I try to, like, freeze one of those guys or something?
If you think that's valuable, I don't think it's going to be necessary, though.
Okay. Well, his status resist is so high, it's unlikely I could actually freeze him, so I think I'll just not.
Oh, Fairlight did not actually go attack. Now, I'm not gonna say it to him. I wouldn't have done that because, like, an ally is taking damage, and he chose to not move in that turn. I would think that he.
Oh, I can remove his grace.
Should hit something.
Well, Grace just always says removed when you shoot them, because, like, when they get hit, it cashes out. It removes the Grace and it heals them for 10 HP.
No, I thought it's just my attacks have a chance of removing buffs. I thought that's what it was.
Oh, it could be that. I don't know.
So his cannon cannot move and fire in the same turn, so he backed the cannon up. I can't even tell what he shot. They're all hardly damaged at all. Honestly, if Bombjus convincingly wins this battle, I think it's over. I think he wins the game. I hope that doesn't happen, chat, but that's the honest truth. Because his second string beat my best armies last turn, and this is him fighting the best armies of my 3 teammates. If they